What is up, you guys? Welcome back again to your Heroclix headquarters. Today we're going to be unboxing all this awesome stuff sent to us again by WizKids. Huge thanks to WizKids, you guys, for sending us this stuff to unbox. But yeah, this is freaking awesome. Spider-Man Beyond Amazing. We got both play-at-home kits, we've got Dyson Token Pack, and we've got the starter set. So without further ado, let's dive right into it. If you guys did miss the brick unboxing that we already previously unboxed, go make sure you check that out. But today we're going to take a look at all the bonus stuff you can get from this set. So, starting us off here, we've got the Play-at-Home kit featuring Spider-Man, and there's actually two Play-at-Home kits this time. I don't think they've done two in any other sets before. So yeah, it's very interesting. We got this Spider-Man as well as this awesome Venom in a tube for a little symbiote. Very cool. And he's going to be an equipment object now. So we'll take a look at what he can do. Here's the cards in with the map. And if you guys didn't hear, we have smaller maps now. So the average size of a map has shrunk a little bit. No longer will it be 2x3 foot maps, and it's now 2x2. So if you've ever played on a battle royale map, that's going to be about the same size. It's exactly the same size, actually. All right, so let's start by taking a look at these awesome figures and their cards here. So for Spider-Man, he is coming in at 50 points. He's got the wall crawler trait, which gives him that leap climb free. Place this character in a square of different elevation within 4 squares in line of fire. Very nice. Only Spider-Man family reporter scientist keywords. Spider-Man ally team ability for the super duper senses now. And he's got incapacitate at the beginning of the game. Give Spider-Man 4 web fluid tokens. Free, remove a web fluid token to make an attack using incapacitate. Very cool. So you get basically 4 free uses of incapacitate per game. He's got hypersonic, 11 attack, precision strike, 17 with the super duper senses because of the team ability, and 2 damage with perplex. Makes him a very formidable figure for sure. And that's pretty much all he's got going on there. But then we've got this symbiote black Venom, equipment object here. So it says qualifying name Venom, qualifying keyword symbiote. That means that if they have that name, Venom, or the symbiote keyword, you can just start equipped with this for free, which is amazing. Steel energy, stealth. When this character uses steel energy, if a hit character is KO'd during the attack, heal 2 clicks instead. So, very powerful healing and stealth effect. Very nice. And then we've got this map. Double-sided. All right, it's kind of a lot to show on the camera all at once here, but we will do our best. It is smaller now, so that helps a little. So there, you can kind of see it there. There's a lot of walls on this one. This is the indoor for the Daily Bugle press room. Boom. There you go. Very cool. Everybody's desk and everything. I think that's J. Jonah Jameson's desk right there. Very cool. Yeah, that's really awesome map. I like that one a lot. On the other side here, we've got, looks like a New York Harbor, I'm guessing. Oh, this must be blocking. This is kind of weird. This looks a little different. But yeah, that's blocking and, of course, hindering. This one is in New York, just dockyard, yeah. Sorry, but anyway, cool. You'll notice one thing I do want to point out in case you guys aren't aware of this. You see the transition squares here? There's not different elevation, but it's like doorways and stuff. It doesn't have the confusing door and window rules, so don't freak out about that. But it's basically just saying that when you place terrain now, at the beginning of the game, you're just not allowed to place any terrain in transition squares. So you can't block off those little exits and stuff like that. So yeah, that's really cool, because that's another new thing. If you guys didn't hear, we've got these awesome new terrain that we can just place anywhere. So oh man, they're all falling out on me already. But that is one really big reason, I think, to get these play-at-home kits and to get this starter set and everything. Not just because they come with great maps and figures and actually an equipment object with the symbiote this time, but I think the biggest deal is actually that it comes with these terrain markers. And I believe they have stated somewhere that technically you will need like the official ones. That way somebody doesn't, you know, just print out something and put some fake type of text on it to try to cheat or something. So yeah, because you can see here it has its own stats on all of the little pieces here. Like for instance, you can see here, this one, it has a range of 4. If you're holding this with super strength, you can throw it 4 squares. It doesn't give you any giant reach. If you do throw it as a range attack, it'll do 3 damage. Otherwise, if you're hitting somebody with it, it's going to do +2 damage if you hit up close. And you're going to need a damage value of 3 or more to destroy it with a destroy action. And it's cool that it just flips over to debris. Very cool. I really, really like these. We also got a 1x1 ladder for elevation. I think is really cool. Going to be fun to have like Hawkeye or somebody run up there. This is our new generic objects though. Our standard objects now don't have yellow or red rings or anything anymore. Just plain like this, I guess, just a black border. Although this one has a range of 6, you can throw it for 1 damage, +1 up close, only need 2 damage to destroy. So this doesn't even have like the same stats, I don't think, as like a regular object it does, because I'm pretty sure regular objects are still just 4 range to throw. A potted plant, very nice, and then just debris. So yeah, a lot of these you can actually blow up and destroy them, and they just turn into debris. And there's a desk, and anyway, this is the main thing. I think these are really freaking cool. I cannot wait to try to play with all of these new and interesting and just different like terrain markers. They all do something different, which is so cool to me. Like, what is this, a mirror or something? Piece of glass? I'm not even entirely sure what a lot of these are. This is just no, I think this is just a whiteboard. Actually, it's just a whiteboard. But yeah, this gives you a giant reach of 2, +1 damage. You can throw it 6 squares for 2 damage. Like, you know, just they all do something a little different. Very cool. A water jug, very awesome. And yeah, TV, and lastly, what is that? A copy machine, a printer or something like that. Very cool. Hey, that one actually does 3 damage when you throw it and does 2 damage up close. That's not bad at all. So yeah, to pick those up and use them, you need super strength, or you can also throw them with telekinesis. You can use them in a ranged attack that way also, which is very cool. So let's crack open this second one here, because I feel like we already spent a lot more time than I anticipated on that first play-at-home kit. So now we got Miles Morales in this one. Very cool, and he comes with the red symbiote, otherwise known as the Carnage symbiote. Very awesome. Just cool to have them both side by side, I think is nice. I can't wait to play both of these new objects, and let's take a look at what they can do here. Alright, so here's a quick look at their cards. We got Miles Morales, he's got the Wall Crawler trait, he's got Venom Punch, Incapacitate. When Miles Morales uses it after resolutions, deal a single hit character damage equal to their printed damage value. That's nuts. That's a trait too. He's got the whole dial. That is crazy. For 55 points, stealth, poison, super duper senses, and close combat expert. So very cool. You get up close to somebody, that close combat expert helps to get them a 12 attack, and just hit with incapacitate and deal their own damage right back at them. Very, very powerful. So that is definitely a Miles Morales to look out for. And then we have the Carnage symbiote, or symbiote red. It gives you blades, claws, fangs, and steel energy. If this character can already use steel energy, they instead heal 1 click for each damaged character. So I like how both of them give you 1 power and then an enhanced version of steel energy. Very cool. So they're both, you know, different and flavorful in their own way. Feel very much still like the that symbiote, you know. So yeah, let's take a quick look at the map this time. For this one, it is different. So for this one, you get a construction site on one side with all this elevated, which is really nice. I really like elevated this set. And then the other side, we have Oscorp, it looks like. Yeah, this is Oscorp Warehouse Outdoor. So yeah, another very wall-filled map, blocking-filled map, whatever you want to say. Lots of blocking terrain and everything. Very interesting. Those maps are going to be pretty rough to play on, I'm telling you right now. And then we got another package of trains, and I'm pretty sure these are a little different also. I just wanted to double check. So we'll plop these out here and break out that last one. Boom. All right, so yeah, these ones are all different shapes. Look, we got a big chunk of blocking in this one. This one can only be thrown 4 squares. It'll do 3 damage when thrown, +2 up close with a close attack. Just a big chunk of blocking. Very cool. And then you've got this, what the heck, chunk of elevated, basically. 2 square giant reach for +2 damage. That's pretty great. And then, man, these, oh, you got like a little forklift. So cool. +2 damage up close, 3 damage when thrown, 2 range giant reach. Man, I cannot wait to start testing these things out. So cool. We got a little computer or something. What is that? I don't know, but it only does like +1 damage. And then we got another one of those. So cool. A lot of very unique things here, I'll say. So that does it for the play at home kits. Let me know which one's your favorite in the comments. I really like both of them. Although, I don't know. Kind of leaning towards the Miles Morales one. I feel like I like the Carnage symbiote as well as some of his other things. But we got this Dyson token pack. I'm just ripping into it right here real quick to check these out. Just a lot of really cool bystanders in this set that you can generate from all the different characters. So yeah, here's a look at the cool art for all the Spider-Man family and Spider-Man villains. We got these awesome Spider-Man dice. And yeah, we got like a Mysterio illusion, 3 of them. We got that Penny Parker, which is great because we actually pulled the spider robot. And then we've actually got, these are for Spider-Man Noir. He generates these as well. So very cool. Love to see it. Let's see how the dice do. Hopefully good. Oh yeah, that's a 10 right there. That's a good pair of dice. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and clean this up a little bit, and then we'll crack open this starter set. All right, you guys, so here we go. We've got this Beyond Amazing Miniatures game starter set, and this thing is really beyond amazing. I don't know if you guys heard me say it before in the other unboxing, but I really think they went super crazy with this set. Here's a look at kind of everything that's going to be in it. This set is actually amazing. There's so many amazing figures. If you guys know how they've done it in the past few sets, where they've done like an A dial and a B dial, where the A dial is really simple and easy to learn for beginners, and the B dial is something actually more playable for, you know, more experienced players. I think all of the B dials in this set are like super, super good. So without further ado, let's get right into this. Boom, and the plastic is gone through the magic of editing. So here we go. Just taking the top right off of this box like so. And we can see we get another pair of dice. These look pretty much identical to the ones that come in the dice and token pack. So you get 2 of them. I usually just keep the ones in the dice and token pack and leave these ones in here if I ever want to like use it as its actual, you know, little storyline event game thing. So yeah, let's set this aside first, and we can take a look here. And all the cool stuff. Actually, first of all, I want to start with the map here, so we can plop that out first. And yeah, let me cut the plastic off of this. All right, here we go. So now that the plastic is off of this, we can take a closer look at the map. And I think this is actually the same map that came in the Spider-Man play-at-home kit that we just took a look at. Because, yeah, it looks like, well, not like that, but yeah, this is the same map. It's the, what is it called? Daily Bugle office on one side here. Yeah, there you go. See? Yeah, Daily Bugle press room, same map. Now on the other side though, okay, so it's a combination map. That's very interesting because the other side of that Spider-Man one had that like docks. And the other side, one of the sides of the Miles Morales one had this like construction site, right? So it looks like you're kind of getting both of those maps like in this starter set, just as like a hard version. So one from one map and one from the other, you know, mix and match, kind of cool. And this is kind of nice because, you know, when there's like one specific really good map in the starter set, it's kind of annoying to have to like take out the hard map and like assemble it and everything. I personally just like to carry around the cheap paper ones. And so this is kind of nice because I can keep this map in here and not worry about it, because I have the paper version of it as well. And yeah, and that way if you do want to use the cool, you know, hard map, you do have that option available to you as well. So that's really nice. And yeah, let's just break open this plastic here and take a look. There's a lot of like bystander tokens and stuff, and I'm pretty sure this is going to have a ton more terrain markers like the play-at-home kits had. Let's see, there we go. All right. Oh, and I have heard that every time we get a map now, it will also come with a set of terrain markers to go with it. So anytime you get a starter set, a play-at-home kit, anything like that now that has a map, it'll also give you a little thing like we've been seeing with these terrain markers on them, which is really cool. So as usual, here we go. We've got our little instruction booklet for if you're just starting out. We got 2 powers and abilities cards, and of course, you know, these are the newest ones and the most up-to-date ones, because a lot of powers have changed recently. So like, I don't think there's any movement powers. What's a big one? Pulse wave, range of 4 now. Instead of just halving your range, it changes it to 4. And let's see, telekinesis. Yeah, minimum range of 4. Blah, blah, blah. Choose a terrain marker or a single base friendly character. Yep. Very cool. This character can make range terrain actions as if it were holding a terrain marker within range and line of fire. Very cool. So yeah, all the updated stuff to that. Super strength got a big update. Support got a big update. So very, very handy to have these. One for you, one for a friend. Always nice to have too. And then here we've got our scenario campaign cards, so you can play through a whole little fun scenario campaign. Sometimes I try to do those on the channel. It's kind of hard to set that up though. Let me know if you want me to do this one. I'm trying to do the X-Men one, and I still want to do the Batman team-up one, so we'll see. We got a lot to do. Oh man, yeah, look at these freaking terrain markers though. This one I think is my favorite. This huge shipping container is so freaking cool. We got a giant anchor over here as well. Is this one of those little like lift things that go up the side of buildings or whatever? This looks like a piece of like steel girder or something for the construction site. We've got, oh man, very, very cool stuff. Let's just crack this open and take a closer look at all their little stats and powers, because that's very interesting to me. I don't know about you guys. Let me know in the comments. What do you think about all these terrain markers? I love how they all have their own specific stats for what gives you a certain amount of giant reach, how far you can throw it, how much damage it does when you throw it versus how much of a plus you get when you use it in a close action. All that kind of stuff is really interesting to me. How much damage you need to be able to destroy it. All right, there we go. Oh my god, so many. Definitely makes the starter set that much more worth it in my opinion. I know the last starter sets were kind of worth it because they came with like tarot cards, mystery cards, all that kind of stuff. This one is definitely worth it for all these freaking cool terrain markers. Oh, and here's regular like smoke and barrier and stuff. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that they went back to the squares, you guys. The circle ones bothered the heck out of me. I never used them, so I might actually use these now. I don't know about you, but yeah, those circle ones, they were not doing it for me. All right, so yeah, let's take a quick look here. This freaking awesome shipping container. You need 4 damage to destroy it. Does +2 in a close attack. Giant reach of 3, just boom, smack somebody. So freaking cool. Gotta love that. This giant anchor, I love this. This is so cool. And what are the stats on this thing? Pretty much the same. Giant reach 3. This is like the hindering version of the shipping container. Very cool. These big steel girder things, +2 damage, giant reach 3, yeah, 4 damage to destroy, 4 range to throw, 3 damage. Very cool. We got another piece of elevated. I really like the elevated. The elevated is like the most interesting thing to me. A lot of these do +2 damage, which is really nice, being like, you know, a heavy object to do +2 damage. Because we've been without heavy objects for a couple years now. I do miss that ability to smack somebody for +2. So yeah, giant reach of 2 with this, you know, what is this? Some big piece of machinery, I guess. I don't have any clue. Let me know in the comments what you think that is. But then we got another hindering one over here. This is like piece of the front piece of like a freaking truck. Man, very cool. Boom, and then we got a barrel. It'd be so cool if they made like special versions of things like this, like a gas barrel that just explodes when you shoot it or something, like do an energy explosion, basically, like 2 damage to all adjacent characters. That would be so freaking awesome. And we got some bystanders here. Let's see what these are looking like. See, dropped loot on one side, and we got Dr. Octopus on the other. Very cool. No point value, so again, I'm pretty sure these ones can only be played in the you know, scenario campaigns and stuff. We got a henchman here, 18 defense on the henchman. God dang. We got a Doc Ock arm. Oh, this is actually really nice because there is a super rare, I think, or maybe he's just rare. I don't know. But there's a Doc Ock in this set that has 4 of these Ock arms that he makes. So I'm pretty sure it's this exact stats and powers as well. So the fact that hopefully they give us 4 of these. Yeah, there's one. Oh, yeah, so we didn't, 2, I mean, so we didn't actually get any of these in the like Dyson token pack. But yeah, it looks like they're going to give us 4. Very cool. So if you pick this up, you do get 4 bystanders for the 4 Doc Ock arms if you do manage to get that super rare Dr. Octopus, which is very cool. I like that a lot. And then as usual, we got our barrier markers for barrier, our smoke cloud markers for smoke cloud. We got a couple of water markers. Oh, I guess those are on the back of the barrier. And we got a couple special terrain markers. Oh, I missed one here. We do have a little piece of blocking terrain you can smack somebody with. I guess that's like a cement mixer. Very cool. I love all this stuff. It's so nice. It's so cool to be able to customize the map yourself with all these neat little, you know, terrain object things. And I cannot wait to give that a try. So I am super duper excited to play all of this stuff. And sorry if you found this boring. I think it's really interesting. So hopefully you do too. But without further ado, we will get into all of the actual figures in this set that actually make this set really amazing. All right, you guys, so starting us off with number 1 in this starter set, also we have this same Spider-Man. We have seen this sculpt in the commons, as well as in the Play at Home kit, and now in the starter set as well. They do all have different dials, however. Now, for 30 points, you get Hypersonic with 11 attack for 3 damage, and an 18 defense with super senses and the Spider-Man team ability for +1. For 30 points, you know, there's really not much to complain about here. You also got 6 range triple target, which is pretty insane when he gets incap later. For 30 points, you can't go wrong with this Spider-Man. Honestly, he is going to put in some work for you, I think. And that's just the basic dial. Then we have the 40-point version, who has special incapacitate. When Spider-Man uses it, hit targets can use Earthbound neutralized until your next turn. So that, you know, basically makes it so they can't use like any improved abilities, which is really nice. Hypersonic triple target with that in cap the whole time, and the super senses and some power. So for 10 points, you know, you get a lot of big upgrades there as well. And then we've got Spider-Gwen, who here is a look at her, and again, same sculpt as the commons. Pretty much all these are the same sculpt as the commons. I think Mysterio was a rare, though. I think he was actually an uncommon. Pretty sure the rest of these were all commons or something. Actually, she might have been uncommon. Regardless, you know, no like super rare sculpts or anything in here. And they're the same sculpt, but different dials as usual. So Spider-Gwen actually starts with Phase Teleport and Perplex for 30 points. Nothing crazy, but, you know, cheap Perplex is not too shabby. And then you've got the better Spider-Gwen. Free, place Spider-Gwen up to 4 squares away from her current square. If Spider-Gwen is placed this way, she may pick up an adjacent terrain marker or put down a held terrain marker. With super strength, that's very awesome. She could just kind of like teleport somewhere and pick up a you know, shipping container, make everybody that's on it drop down and take fall damage, and then take a power action or, you know, a close combat action to smack somebody with it with the giant reach that it gives. So that's a really cool effect to have. Then you got the super duper senses and the perplex again for only 40 points, very usable. So this is the cheap version of Miles at 30 points. Charge, Quake, then you get some stealth and poison. Nothing too crazy. He just has super senses on a 6 for his defense though. But I mean, Charge and Quake, 11 attack, 3 damage for 30 points, not bad at all. And then you've got the 40-point version of Miles with the big upgrade here, Charge, Stealth. If Miles Morales is adjacent to blocking or elevated terrain, opposing lines of fire drawn to him are blocked. Ooh, I love that so much. It's been a while since we had a character that could do that. I always love those characters that get that like super stealth while they're adjacent to blocking or elevated. It's really, really cool. Yeah, so you got Charge, Stealth, Quake, Super Duper Senses, Exploit, Weakness, which does combo with the Quake for penetrating, Poison and Outwit there in the middle. And yeah, I think for 40 points, again, very playable. Then you've got the basic version of Spider-Woman. Just has Outwit and Energy Explosion and some Flight for 30 points. Not too bad. Cheap Outwit and can carry some people around. And I mean, 11 attack, Energy Explosion, 4 range, double target. You know, not bad. But then we have the better version of Spider-Woman here that has Energy Explosion. When Spider-Woman uses it after resolutions, give an action token to a hit character. It just says a hit character, so just one, not like everybody, I believe, because it does just say an action token to a hit character. That would lead me to believe you're just giving one out. Otherwise, it would say give an action token to all hit characters or something, probably. But still, Energy Explosion, 11 attack, Energy Shield, Outwit, you know, giving an action token to at least one character. So, not too bad there. And then you've got Spiderling, who for only 30 points has Sidestep and Prob. Prob is going to be so much better going forward with, you know, theme teams not getting it as easy. So getting a cheap Prob is definitely going to be useful. And the 40-point version is actually pretty insane. Probability control at the beginning of the game, turn a die to any result and place it on this card. So you could put a 6, you could put a 1, whatever you want. Once per game, you may remove that die from this card and replace a die in an attack roll with it after all rerolls. So you could make yourself critically hit, you could make your opponent critically miss, that kind of thing. And it just says, you know, once per game, blah, 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 remove the die to replace it in an attack roll. It doesn't say within range and line of fire or anything like that. So it can be all the way across the map or whatever. I mean, maps are a lot shorter, but still very, very powerful. You know, Sidestep, 11 attack, in cap, super senses with the Spider-Man TA. So very, very good 40-point character in my opinion. Then we have Venom. So he's got, for 30 points, just plasticity and impervious, and then some steel energy to keep healing up. Improved movement elevated there as well. And then for the 40-point line, he's got a special defense power, toughness, super senses. When Venom uses it during a close attack and succeeds after resolutions, choose one. Deal the attacker 1 damage or heal Venom 1 click. Very nice. Yeah, so plasticity, poison, impervious, shape change with an 11 attack, 4 damage for 40 points. A lot of steel energy, the ability to heal if, you know, they miss a close attack because of super senses. Very good, I think, all around. Some good survivability and very, very annoying tie-up piece for sure. And then you've got Bullseye for 30 points, running shot, precision strike, 6 range double target, 11 attack. You know, nothing crazy, but a team player also. Very solid stats for 30 points. He's a pretty great range attacker, but then the 40-point Bullseye has lethal ricochet, precision strike. When Bullseye is given a ranged terrain action, he may target multiple characters, still deals normal damage, and modifies his damage by the terrain marker's damage value. So this is a lot going on here. When he's given a ranged terrain action, he may target multiple characters. So he can target 2 characters because he's got 2 bolts. Still deals normal damage and modifies his damage by the terrain marker's damage value. So I believe when it says modify his damage by its damage value, it means like the +1 or +2. I don't think it means like the base like 2 or 3 for throwing it. Besides, he can only pick up like regular objects to throw anyway. He doesn't have super strength, but 12 attack that can, with range combat expert, so he's already shooting, you know, 12 for 3, double target with a light object that does like +1 damage. So he's shooting like 13 for 4 because of the range combat expert on 2 targets. Very, very crazy ability for only 40 points. This dude has some insanely high attack and some great damage potential. Then you get some prob later on if he takes a hit. So this Bullseye is pretty nuts. I like him a lot. And then we got Shocker, who for only 30 points has Invincible and Pulse Wave. No running shot or sidestep or anything, but if you got somebody to TK to throw him out there, man, just Pulse Wave everybody, and the Invincible will help keep him safe. Then the 40-point version gives him Force Blast. Once per turn, when Shocker knocks back an opposing character, you may choose that character can't use defense powers until your next turn. So good. Again, no running shot or sidestep or anything, but equipping him with something, or again, just having somebody to TK him out there is going to be super useful. He can Pulse Wave everybody for 1, knock them all back, and then you can choose a character that he knocked back to not use defense powers until your next turn, so he can shut off all of somebody's stop clicks, regardless of if they're like power cosmic or whatever. No defense powers, no invincible, impervious, stop clicks, you know, nothing crazy. Like, he can turn it all off. So powerful. For only 40 points on a Sinister Syndicate or Masters of Evil team, or any team, because, you know, theme isn't really that big of a deal anymore. So I think he's really great. And then speaking of TK, we got Hydro Man here. For only 30 points, he's got TK and toughness and also the swim ability. Nothing too crazy about that, but a cheap TK is always welcome. And then you've got Tsunami, which gives phase teleport. When Hydro Man uses it after resolutions, he may place any number of non-debris terrain markers he moved through into squares adjacent to him. So that's nuts. He can just move through all these big, you know, elevated and blocking terrain markers you've placed throughout the map and just drag them all with him. With a big Tsunami, and just totally change the entire map, which is crazy. He also has TK, Invuln, and Shape Change for only 40 points. This guy is pretty nuts, for sure. And last but not least here, we've got Mysterio for only 30 points. He's got Smoke Cloud and Shape Change. Then he gets some Mastermind and some Mind Control with a 12 attack there. Nothing too crazy top dial, though. So he's maybe one of the less good ones for 30 points. But then for 40 points, he does have that Mind Control with an 11 attack, 18 toughness, and some Shape Change. Smoke Cloud as free. That's always nice. When an opposing character occupying one of Mysterio's smoke terrain markers misses all targets of an attack after resolutions, deal the attacker 1 unavoidable damage. That's super good, especially because if they're in Smoke Cloud, they're already getting a -1 to attack as well. I do believe that is still the case. I don't think they've changed that part of it at all. So yeah, as you can see, a lot of really, really, really solid characters for... some even just for the 30-point line are pretty good for 30 points, and some of those 40-point ones are insane, like just totally changing the whole map with him, shutting off all powers, all defense powers on somebody with Shocker. This dude has insane damage output, you know, incapping people and giving them Earthbound, freaking the die replacement with her. He's like super hard to target. And yeah, some really, really amazing stuff here. Beyond amazing, I would say. So that's pretty much about it, you guys. If you've been watching this whole time, thank you so much. Let me know all of your thoughts about everything we've looked at today in the comments below. Don't forget to smash that like button. It does help me out a lot. And of course, click that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos. And if you guys would like to help support the channel even more, for as little as $1 a month, you can join the Patreon to see your name here in the credits with all these other awesome people and get entered to win our monthly Patreon giveaways. So make sure you don't miss out on that. Check that out in the description below. But that is going to do it for this one, you guys. Thanks again so much for watching. Until next time, this has been Heroclix Headquarters, signing off.